Shalom, Call Halal, Yahweh Bahashim, Yahweh Shai, Bahashim Rakakodash. Double honors unto the apostles and the elders of Great Millstone that teach this truth and rule well by the spirits of power that be. Wabrakadam unto the hopefully elect. It's the brother Gabar from Heart to Zion, Dallas Camp. And I'm back with another lesson. Lord's will is be edifying to the body of Yahweh Shai. Just more things happening, that's about to destroy, the vintage and the gathering in America, really across the whole world. But this is really going to pit people out of that ease state of mind, which they're not even in that anymore, but the little normalcy that they're trying to continue to create by going out every weekend or, the malls and whatever they're doing. This is pretty much going to take that all away because we're going to go ahead and dive into it. It says America braces for $380 oil. It says oil prices at just above $100 a barrel have driving gas prices above $5 based on gallon for regular nationwide. In some states, the number is closer to $6 a gallon. All right, so right now we're seeing $5, $6 a gallon because it's just above $100 a barrel. Now we're going to scroll down here. All right, because it says some interesting stuff, but we're just going to get straight to the point. We're going to scroll down here to this part. It says, all right, now remember, just over $100 a barrel is about $5 or $6 a gas for you, for a gallon of gas, right? It says oil prices at $380 would push gas prices above $10 a gallon and perhaps towards $15. The U.S. economy could not take the shock, and whatever recession might be ahead would deepen, and we're already in one. They already say we're already in one, right? So it's going to make it even worse. It says the problem in Europe could be close to identical. Americans have to pray that J.P. Morgan is wrong, right? And pursuing the prophecy, we know this place is going to crumble down, and it's a simple thing, to take out these trucks, or just to hyperinflate it all, because that's hyperinflation right there. And like I love to pull out, if you watch the movie I'm Legend, the part where he's I think he's picking grass or something, whatever Will Smith is doing. It's a part where they show the gas prices. Actually I'm gonna pull it up on the screen right here. Let me pull that up. All right, so you can see the gas prices on the movie I'm Legend, right? Which it was the Crippen virus, which they found a cure for cancer as well, I think. And they found the cure, and like 3 to 4 years later, the cure turned these people into vampires. And then, it was martial law and all kind of stuff. And this was all in New York, and it's very symbolic to what we're seeing happen today, But check this out. The gas prices on I Am Legend is $6.63 for regular, $6.87 for, what's the one called in the middle? Maybe premium, I forgot. Where it's like 87, then 89, and then 93. So $6.87 for 89 gas, and then for the 93 is $9 or $6.95. Lucky. But you see how so symbolic this is, because we're seeing these gas prices in real time, in America in certain places. But it's really gonna be even worse. $380 a barrel when it's just over 100 right now, and it already pushed it up to $6-7 a gallon, man. $5-6 a gallon. So we're about to see a lot of stuff take place. We're gonna see hyperinflation like we've never seen it, like anybody's ever seen it, man. And we're seeing it today. We're seeing these same gas prices today. I'm gonna put this image up as well. So that tells you that it's any moment now. We're here. It's done. It's through. We're seeing the same exact things. So let me go ahead and go back over here. And let me grab this scripture, 2 Timothy chapter 3 and verse 1. It says, "This know also that in the last days perilous times shall come." Now let's get the definition of perilous right quick, because this is going to be a very hard time. So it says perilous. It says full of danger or risk. And we know it's going to be a lot of dangerous situations that we're going to have to go through. All right, it says desperate, insecure, critical, at risk. At risk to what? I mean, your life, if you don't have faith, right? It says when it says desperate, it says extremely bad, serious, or dangerous. And hey, desperate times calls for desperate measures. Like these people, when the trucks don't come in, because that's just going to shut America down right there. When they come in, or when they come in at high cost, and you got to pay for that shit. And nobody got the money to pay for that shit. People are already saying, I got to buy gas or food. You know, it says gnarly, dicey. You better roll the dice. You know, it says touch and go, risky, hazardous, unsafe, dangerous, man. Vulnerable. A very vulnerable time, man. It's not gonna be like the Great Depression or the Holocaust. It's gonna be worse. You know, this is gonna be worse. This article is about America becoming a third world country as we speak. It's so much going on, man. But in this, I just want to touch on, you know, the perilous times that's coming. You know, when these food trucks either come in at high cost or they just don't come in at all. You know, because if they don't come in, hey, everything's gone. But if they do come in at a high cost, you can't afford the shit. You know, you can't afford gas, you can't afford the food, because the food that they bring in, if it went way more up, like if it's just over $100 now and food went up, and then it hits 380, the food has to go up as well, because they're gonna need some profit for moving the shit. You know, so we're about to see a lot of stuff unfold, and they're saying that this can happen in just a few weeks. You know, so hey, Lord's will, that happens. And it also says a diesel shortage, that we don't got no more diesel. We only got a few weeks left. That we got 10 weeks left of world food stored up right now. And you know, so we see everything is falling in place. Everything's hitting the fan. Okay, so what we need to do is build our faith up and our relationship in Yahweh Bashmi Shai even more for these perilous times, because carnally it's gonna look very, very contrary to your life. You know, it's gonna be a vehement stream, a vehement wind, a vehement storm, you know, to the flesh. You know, it look like you can't get out of it. But spiritually, in the faith of Yahweh Bashim Shai, being so optimistic that we can get out of any situation, man. So we just got to continue to serve Yahweh Bashim Shai. And when the famine comes, we're gonna be eating, we're gonna be drinking, you know. But you gotta have the faith. Remember that, you gotta have the faith, man. All right, so you know, Lord's will, just edifying. We got stuff coming. You know, gas gonna go up, diesel gonna go away, the food's gonna go up. People gonna be having food riots because of this shit. You know, just stay out the way, man. Let the Lord do his work. You don't supposed to go out there and riot with these other people. You know, we know the prophecy. We're preparing for it by getting our faith ready. You know, and it ain't a sin. You know, brother, you want to stack up a little bit of stuff, you know, go ahead. You know, but no, overall, it's the Lord, of course. But you can go ahead and get you some stuff, man, if you can right now. You know, because everything's going to go up anyway. But, you know, these other people, these preppers is going crazy. Let them do that shit. Let them go all out. You know, matter of fact, let me get a scripture. Let me get this. Proverbs 13:22. A good man leaveth an inheritance to his children's children. And that's us. You know, Abraham, Isaac, Jacob, they left us the promise, you know. They left us the promises, while Esau left the curse. They left a good inheritance to us. But Esau left the curse to his seed, you know. It says, a good man leaveth an inheritance to his children's children, and the wealth of the sinner. So all these people, all these sinners, because all these damn people are sinners, man. They laying up, you know, whatever, man. Expensive ass shit, food for years, this and that, right? Pork chop back, freeze dried pork chops. You can only imagine what they got, man. But other stuff they got as well, right? And it says, and the wealth of the sinner is laid up for the just. There you go. So the wealth of the sinner. Matter of fact, let's get this in NLT. Any more meat on the rib? Let's see. The wealth of the sinner. Check this out. It says, but a sinner's wealth is stored up for the righteous. There you go. Now let's get the definition of wealth. On Google right here, it says an abundance of valuable possessions or money. Hey, that brings me to a scripture. Let me get that. Brings me to a scripture. Second Ezra chapter 2 and verse 27. Be not weary, for when the day of trouble and heaviness cometh, others shall weep and be sorrowful, but thou shalt be merry. Now, why are we gonna be merry? Let's get Sirach chapter 1 and verse 12. The fear of the Lord maketh a merry heart, and giveth joy and gladness and a long life. Right? So we're gonna be merry because we fear the Lord. All right, and the Lord's gonna be taking care of us as long as we continue, as long as we keep the word of his patience. These sayings, this doctrine, he's gonna keep us from the hour of temptation. He's gonna take care of us. All right. Now we can go back to the other scripture. Second Ezra 2:27. Be not weary, for when the day of trouble and heaviness cometh, others shall weep and be sorrowful. All the ones that did what? That didn't fear the Lord, because now the wrath is coming towards them. We can read that in Sirach chapter 1 and verse 21 right quick. It says, the fear of the Lord driveth away sins, and where it is present, it turneth away wrath. So if you ain't got the wrath turned away from you because you didn't fear the Lord, now you're gonna take part in that wrath of Jacob's trouble, the wrath of the missiles, and so on. You know, that's why they're gonna be mourning. That's why they're gonna be weeping and sorrowful, because they're gonna be stricken with the plagues. Another precept to that is Psalms 91, might be verse 1. Let me see. Let me read the full chapter. It might be verse 10 or something. All right, here it is. Psalms 91 and verse 9. Because thou hast made the Lord Yahweh, which is my refuge, even the Most High, thy habitation. Verse 10. There shall no evil befall thee, neither shall any plague come nigh thy dwelling. Yeah, these people don't make the Lord their dwelling, their habitation, their life. You know, they didn't sacrifice nothing. So what's going to happen? These plagues are going to come towards them. They didn't fear the Lord. You know, but back to the other scripture. So since that's why they're going to be weeping and sorrowful, because they didn't turn themselves into servants. The Lord didn't want them as a servant ultimately. All right. So it says, others shall weep and be sorrowful, but thou shalt be married. Now, why are we going to be married? Let's go back to it once again. It says, the fear of the Lord. Remember, we fear the Lord, the servants. The fear of the Lord maketh a merry heart and giveth joy and gladness and a long life. So if you got a long life, that means you're not dying. We're going to have a long life in famine. Why? Because we're going to eat. We're going to have a long life in the situations of the sword. Why? Because we're going to be delivered. We're going to be protected. Right? And key word, it said merry. The fear of the Lord maketh a merry heart, a merry mind. So we're going to have stability. We're going to be merry. We're going to be rejoicing. These prophecies come to pass, right? No matter what it looks like carnally, man. All right, so it says, but thou shalt be merry and have abundance. Why are we going to have abundance? Okay, the Lord, some men are going to have spiritual power. You know, men are going to have spiritual power on the earth. And the Lord is going to be feeding us other ways as well, you know. And also, right, also, like we read earlier in Proverbs, let me get it again. Like we read in Proverbs, and then we went into the definition of wealth, right? Proverbs 13 and 22. But a sinner's wealth, that abundance, remember how we went into that word wealth? It meant abundance. Matter of fact, let me go back to it. It says an abundance of valuable possessions or money. Yeah, very valuable. Food and stuff like that. It says goods. The scripture said people gonna go in each other's houses and destroy them with the sword for lack of bread and great tribulation. They're gonna spoil their goods. We don't, man. Look, we're gonna have the Lord, man. Yahweh Shah is gonna give us those goods, man. Rather we find them like the road, you know, on the movie The Road, where the man and the boy came across a little bunker and they were satisfied for a while. Check that out. Now here's another one. Under the definition of wealth, the similar word says bread. Bread, bro. It says bread. Okay, it says plentiful supplies of a particular resource. There you go. So we're going to have food. It says abundance, man. Store, treasury, lot, pile, mass, heap, ocean, sea, meaning abundance, right? So we go back to that. Proverbs 13 and 22. A good person leaves an inheritance for their children's children, but the sinner's wealth, the sinner's abundance, the sinner's bread is stored up for the righteous. So they're not even going to eat from it like that. Certain people will, just so the missiles can get them, but they're not going to be eating from it like that. And the men of the Lord are going to eat it. Why? Because they're the righteous, right? They're the righteous. So they're going to take that, man. That's where that abundance is going to come from. That's one place where the abundance is going to come from. All right. And we're also going to be married through the fear of the Lord, you know, because the plagues aren't going to be stricken us. You know, we're in the habitation. We're in that refuge spot, you know. But, hey, man, that's just motivation for us, you know, because Yahweh Bahashim Yahweh Shah is going to be with us, and he's going to be directing our every footstep as he is now, man. All right. But, you know, that's pretty much it, man. Perilous times are here, and we have nothing to fear. Shalom.